The Arabs before Islam also had no law. They were absolutely a barbaric people. A nation that buried the daughters alive. They married the stepmothers. These Arabs, before in the Ayyamul Jahiliyyah, the days of ignorance before Islam. Drunkards, adulterers, gamblers, fratricidal wars over little things. They were fighting for decades. Gibbon, the master historian, in his Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, he describes the situation beautifully. He says, the human brute, the animal in human form, the human brute, almost without sense, is poorly distinguished from the rest of the animal creation. That the only thing that differentiates him between the animal and him is the form. Ahsani taqweem. Allah has made you in the best of forms. Otherwise, worse than animals. These Arabs, no laws, no regulations. From that, through Allah's Kalam, the Quran, our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, in the 23 years of his prophetic life, he transformed them into an angelic people. Thomas Carlyle, one of the greatest thinkers of the past century, he delivered a series of talks in England, and among his hero prophet, he chose our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Not David as his hero prophet, or Solomon, or Moses, or Jesus. He chose the holy prophet Muhammad as his hero prophet. And in paying a tribute, he says, to the Arab nation, it was a birth from darkness into light. This new revelation, new message. It was a birth from darkness into light. Arabia became first alive by means of it. A poor shepherd people, roaming unnoticed in its desert since the creation of the world. These were the Arabs. Nobody would give them a second look. The human rubbish. That's what they were. Alexander the Great passed them by. The Persians passed them by. The Romans passed them by. Nobody was interested in this human rubbish. What are you going to do with them? They didn't know the oil was going to come out there. They didn't know. They just passed them by. So see, the unnoticed becomes world notable. The small has grown world great. Within 1 century afterwards, Arabia was at Granada, that's in Spain, on one hand, and at Delhi on the other. Glancing in valor and splendor and the light of genius, Arabia shines over a great section of the world. This belief is great, life-giving. The history of a nation becomes fruitful, soul-elevating, great, so soon as it believes. Is it not as if a spark had fallen, one spark on a world of what seemed black, unnoticeable sand? But lo, the sand proves explosive powder, blazes heaven high from Delhi to Granada. This is what the message did, overnight, in decades. What the Roman Empire took 1,000 years to build, within decades, they built an empire greater than that of Alexander the Great, greater than that of Rome. What did it? It's this new, revitalizing message. The message of Islam did the job, changed, transformed the nation.